welcome back. Today we're talking about this. This is a long time coming. It's 3 years in the making, and it is for being able to track the fretboard while you play. When I'm not here, I have a couple of different jobs, one of which is I'm a rock school examiner for the Rock School Exam Board, and the other one is I teach in primary and secondary schools how to play the guitar. Now, over the past 10 years that I've also been on Instagram, I've been trying to make videos to teach lessons, whether it be a song, a riff, something to practice, and I annotate the fretboard. Now, I mentioned in the previous video that I usually use apps like Keynote and Video Leap to be able to manually keyframe a fretboard with dots on top, and it's time consuming. So this, about 3 years ago, I asked my tech, Gary, to install a Fishman TriplePlay into a Harley Benton. Now what he's done is find a Fender Stratocaster online that has the Fishman TriplePlay pickup pre-installed with the controls as such. And if you saw the intro, you can see how you can navigate through all different kinds of MIDI channels that you can get to and have some fun with it. The main reason I got it was for the MIDI pickup. Now it's very easy to set up, and I'll get some better shots in here, but there's a little switch that connects to a little USB that's plugged into my computer, a little USB receiver, and it wirelessly transmits. So it means you can play the guitar completely freely. And because of this feature, I should now be able to make lessons, make songs for pupils on the spot. It could also connect to things like Logic, Guitar Pro, and record the notation as you go. Now, so far, so good. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. We'll start with, though, these noiseless pickups. 2 noiseless pickups in the neck and the middle, and there is a Seymour Duncan, of which I'm not quite sure, but I'll pop it in the annotations underneath as to what these are. Let's hear them. Next up is the wireless. So I've loaded up in the next little video me playing a little bit of legato. I'm trying to challenge it, so playing something quite quickly with lots of notes to see how well this can keep up. Seeing as it is wireless, is there any latency, and how well it can track note for note. Now it's not going to be perfect because of how quickly, hopefully, it's keeping up with it, but that's the challenge. Can it? And if it also keeps the MIDI and I can make a quick score of this by just exporting the MIDI, brilliant. Let's give that a look. Next up is the neck. When this was received by Gary, this was just a body. And he says, look, I found this thing, should solve your problems, but it needs a neck. So I went online. Now, usually I go to the typical Warmoth or Stratosphere guys and find a neck. And whenever I've done parts casters before, that's kind of my direction to go. The thing with that, though, is Warmoth and Stratosphere, they exist in America. So not only are they expensive to make because they're American made, they're also the import duties here in the UK, which means that a typical neck that is a good quality, is about the £600 to £800. So I did my typical typing in of what I'd like, which is a rosewood board with a flame maple neck, and it doesn't come with tuners, but it's stainless steel frets as well. And this is from a place called Guitar Anatomy up in Newcastle, I believe. And I'll put the link down below. And more significantly, this neck was £220, which I think you'll find in comparison is about a third of the price, which is amazing. So far it keeps up, and I hope you've seen from the videos of the tones and of the legato that it keeps up pretty well, and it's very smooth to play. And so far I haven't found a fault with it. Obviously, it's brand new. I'm keeping up to it. Guitar Anatomy have not sponsored this video or know that I'm making it. I simply am a customer and I've bought something and wondering how good it could be. And really, I'll take some shots of it for you to see. It is, yeah, it's great. I've put some hip shot locking tuners on it, and I think I've had to tune it twice in the last 3 weeks to keep it up. And there's some fairly good bends and sort of blues playing put into it because it is a Strat and that's what you play. Now, I find this particularly useful. It's great. There's always some drawbacks to whenever there is something like this. Now, Gary knows me and he knows I don't use the trem, so he's put 4 springs in the back, which is insanely useful. But the thing that is weird is this. There is no tone knob. It is pure volume, 3 volumes for each of the pickups, which can be tailored. That's just great. And you know, we can always EQ things in the post process. I'm just not used to a guitar without a tone knob. I'm always turning down the tones to 7 and 8s on my tellies, and a Strat, I will always take that bright edge off the bridge because I just, you know, I'm older and it hurts my ears. There you go. But if you're looking for something that, yes, it is a creative tool, and if you want to play any instrument in the world that your DAW can release for you, or any kind of synth instruments that you've got installed on your computer, but you are a guitarist, this is a great way to go. For me, as a teaching tool, so far I'm finding it fantastic. I'm hoping to use it a lot more. I'm hoping to take it into lots of schools to be able to show kids firsthand how you not only play it in front of them, but also how they can see on the fretboard where they're supposed to put their fingers so they can mirror it. Then it's also immediately creating a score. I think this as a teaching tool should be fantastic. I'll make another video in about a year or so once the school year's over and say, right, this is what went well and this is what didn't. But if you have any opinions on such a thing, and I don't mean MIDI sounds because they can be tailored to everything, but yeah, if you have any opinion on such a device as a tool, because that's what I'm using this one for, feel free to comment. If you need any links to these kind of things or where you can find to buy them, I believe that this is only available in America and is not sold anymore, so have a look on your Reverbs and your eBays to see if you can find it. Guitar Anatomy is linked down below. They also do bodies, they also do necks, and I believe they also do electronics as well, which is kind of cool, a bit of hardware. Fantastic. Thank you ever so much for listening to me. I hope you're having fun. A live stream will come, I promise. I know we are going to celebrate 50,000 subscribers. We're soon to be 51,000. I will get there. It is simply because the studio is new and I'm setting up the Gig Master from Boss to be able to get one of these on the go. Have a wonderful one. See you soon.